Oh gosh. What is up, everybody? It's Susie from HeyGrillHey.com, and today I'm answering a question that I get pretty often. Can I cook dessert on the smoker? The answer, my friends, is yes. I'm gonna show you how to make a delicious, slightly smoky pecan pie out on your grill, free up a little bit of that oven space around the holidays, and turn out one of the best tasting pecan pies you will ever have. Let's do it. Okay, the secret to smoked desserts is the temperature that you bake them at. We're gonna be baking our pie today at 350 degrees, which honestly isn't going to impart a ton of smoky flavor. You really get smoke flavor up to about 275. Beyond that, you're just baking with wood as your fuel source. And while it does taste amazing, honestly, I think it tastes like all food should taste when it's cooked over a wood fire, you really don't get a lot of smoke flavor. So if you're hungry for smoke, before we dive into the rest of this recipe, I have some instructions on my website for cold smoking your pecans. I use a smoke tube, leave these in the smoker for about an hour, let them pick up some great wood smoke. I recommend using pecan wood. It just makes sense. And then you'll have really nice smoky pecans, and that will give you the bulk of your smoke flavor. The heat coming from the pellet grill that we're using is really just gonna provide an even baking environment, just like your oven inside. Now let's roll out our pie crust. I have a beautiful pie crust here. This is homemade. I have the recipe on the clickable link in the video description, so you can check out the recipe for the homemade pie crust. Or if you're like to keep things a little bit more simple, you can actually use a pre-made pie crust for this recipe as well. Get a little bit of flour on your board. I'm gonna roll out my pie crust to be about 12 inches in diameter. I want it to fit into a 9-inch pie pan. I'm gonna go ahead and call that roundish.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm gonna transfer my pie dough on my rolling pin because it's easy to move it that way without tearing a hole in it. Just slide your pie crust into your pie tin and then crimp your edges. Ta-da! Pretty pie crust. Okay, in the bottom of our pie crust, we're going to add our smoked pecans. This is about 2.5 cups of pecans. Not all of them are whole and perfect, but this is a homemade, rustic, beautiful pie. I'm not super worried about it. Some of them are even a little bit crunched up, and that's okay too. I kind of like the variation in texture of a coarsely chopped pecan pie versus having them all whole or all of them chopped up really fine. So a nice coarse chop with some left whole, and just dump those in the bottom of your pie crust. Beautiful. Now we need to make our custardy, yummy filling. I have 3 eggs. To that, I'm gonna add in a 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar. Bloop. A cup of dark brown corn syrup. Dark corn syrup, this is really flavorful and sweet, but it also gives you the chewy texture that's kind of a hallmark of a really good pecan pie. I'm also gonna add in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla and 4 tablespoons of melted butter. You want your butter melted but not hot because we don't want to scramble or cook the eggs. We just want the butter to be free flowing. We're gonna pour our filling directly over our pecans. and just smell all of the yummy smells while that happens. All right, now our pie is going onto our preheated smoker, 350 degrees. You can do this in your oven. If you got all the smoky flavor that you want from smoking the pecans, you can bake this in your oven, 350 degrees. I recommend putting your baking rack on the lowest level in your oven. You really want a high concentration of heat on the bottom of your pie pan. Our pie crust is full of liquid and it could get soggy, so we want to bake off the bottom of the pie crust pretty quickly in the beginning stages of the cooking process. On our smoker, I want to put this pie directly over the firebox. So again, I have that higher concentration of heat right on the bottom of the pie. Close the lid, close your oven door, and you want to let this bake for about 40 to 50 minutes until our custard is set, but still a little bit jiggly. Our pie looks perfect. It hit our target temperature of 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and this one took about an hour. As you can see, I kind of like this this glass pie crust or pie tin, because you can see the bottom of the pie crust. It's nice and golden brown all the way across. I mean, my pretty crimped edge is kind of poofed up, but I'm okay with it. And this guy needs to cool completely all the way down before we cut into it, or we can cause this beautiful yummy domey situation to collapse, and we don't want that to happen. So we're gonna let this cool all the way down. I like to give it a couple of hours before I slice into it, and then we get to eat it. But the smell is absolutely unreal, and it looks beautiful. This pretty little pie has been cooling all afternoon, and it feels like it has been the longest afternoon of my life, but it is fully cooled all the way through, which means I can slice it without it gooing everywhere. And that is what I'm about to do. Okay, first though, we have to talk about the overall structural integrity of this pie. We've got the delicious gooiness. The pecans have like rose to the top, but they were coated in the sugar, so they got all crispity, crunchy, and caramelized on the top. And then we have our flaky crust. And really what we were looking for is a crust that has this nice golden bottom. It's not soggy, it's gonna be flaky, and because it's an all butter crust in the recipe, you know it's gonna taste amazing. So now I get to eat some. And this is just my best day. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's everything that I wanted it to be. And the smoke isn't overwhelming. It's just enough to say like, hey, what's up? I'm an interesting flavor that you probably really haven't had in a pecan pie before. Love me. And you do. It's a very lovable flavor in a pecan pie. Oh, it's heavy on pecans. The custard is set just perfectly, so it's creamy and sweet. I'm gonna eat this whole pie. Actually, do you know what? This is Todd's favorite pie. I'm gonna let Todd have some pie. I'll hop behind the camera, and I want you guys to hear what Todd thinks about this smoky pecan pie. Come on, babe.
Was I born for this?
That's beautiful. Look at that shot. Nice work.
I didn't like pecan pie when I was a kid.
Do you like it now?
It was my favorite. Oh my God, Drew.
That was a big bite.
How is that the best thing I've ever had? Ever?
Good question.
Dude, that's so good.
Mm-hmm. Send the people home, Todd.
Yeah, cook this and then take a picture
Hashtag it, Hey Grill Hey. Is that right? And let us know how you're doing on your journey to feeding your family great food and becoming a backyard barbecue hero.
I don't know why I turned southern in that.
I liked it. This is the pecan pie.
Yeah.
See you guys.